a beautiful new residential area, complete with low density beachfront property. We got some nice commercial over here. We even have some mixed use zoning. And of course, this nice corridor of medium density zoning with a little park, a beautiful little park. And we have our first tram system chugging along. Look at it go. It's bringing people places. We have like literally thousands of people not using the tram, but that's okay because the tram system is being used by over like 5,000 people. We're doing it. But guys, let's get in the meat and the potatoes. Today we're actually going to be doing a lot. I just want to come down and see how these guys are doing. Today we're going to be doing a lot. We are finally going to be adding a transportation system, and we're going to be adding another neighborhood right over in this area. I'm very excited to do that. The first thing we're going to do is build a new area, and then we're going to do the transportation system afterwards. That is just because we want to have as much money as possible. I don't think we're going to run out of, like, we're going to go negative with like our transportation or our public transportation, but just in case, like, might as well have as much as possible. I feel like that's just a safer bet, if I'm being honest with you. But let us get right into it. We're gonna I made a bunch of roads and I don't know how to delete them, but I just keep making roads in Road Builder because it's a lot of fun. Not that these are things that we can really build, but you know, it is cool. I'm also noticing, I think some mods got some upgraded. This is really, really cool. A wider than normal sidewalk. Oh, we can just put grass and trees. Oh, and we can just make it a key. Look at that, dude. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. I like that. And we can make it a bridge, I assume. Constant slope. Forces newly placed. I'm just learning about this now. I apologize. Expand elevated range. What does that do? Forces terrain to follow newly placed. Forces the network to utilize bridges. So this should be a bridge. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Tunnel. This should be a tunnel. Yep. That makes sense. I don't know what these did. And then this will definitely be on the ground. That is actually huge. I really, really, really like that. Oh, I see. I'm not sure what this does exactly. The expanded elevation range, but constant slope is really cool. So if we come into, so what this will do is forces newly placed networks to have a constant slope or grade starting from point A to point B. So I'm just learning about it. I apologize, guys. I know it's been a while. So if we're looking at this, right? If we were to build a regular road down here, it would be a 0.4, right? We build that, it would be very, very steep here, and then it would flatten out down here. If we have this tool on and we build this road, it should, okay, so it actually built a key wall on the other side, but this should be a constant slope. So if we wanted this to be on the ground, then we could force ground, bring this in, and now our ground has terraformed to the road. That is actually really, really cool. What an interesting mod. I did not know I needed that, but that's awesome. I'm very excited about that. Okay, let's now just get into building these roads. We're gonna come in with our fast pedestrian streets because this is going to be like our main road through here, and then we're going to build off a little gridded area, kind of like what we did on our other side. So we have this main road right here, and then it comes up, comes around, and then we kind of built off our suburbs, if you will, around them. So that is what we're going to do here. I'm just gonna fix that because it was bothering me. What is this? Oh, cool. We just got a bunch of stuff I'm just learning about. I haven't been able to play in a while. Some life stuff going on, but yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, I want to have one road come around, but I don't want it to be just a giant cul-de-sac. So I think we're probably gonna come up over here and come around our cargo train terminal. But let's just come out right here first. I think we're the most flat, like right here. Not that we really need to be the most flat. So let's actually come into our flatten terrain tool and see. Yeah, so this is like our bottom right here, or our top of the hill. So I think this is where we're going to come out. Oh, this is our elevation step. What did I just do? I don't really know. Oh, I see. So if I bring this down, oh, I can have its own elevation step. So I can move up by 23 meters. Okay, I see. That's cool. And then I can fix that, I imagine. Yeah, I can. Okay, awesome. We're just learning all this stuff today. So let's come out from here. And I want this to be, not that it needs to be a 90 because, you know, it's just people walking around, but we're going to do it anyway. I want this to be a 90. And then we're going to come into Anarchy. I just got a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna try not to get off topic here. Also going to speed up. We're still chilling. Okay, cool. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna come around, and we're gonna like come down here. So let's send this. We actually could probably send this straight. If we're being honest with each other, we could send it straight, probably quite a bit, maybe to like here, and now we curve it. And we'll curve it around to about here, and then we'll come down and we'll send this straight again a little bit. And I would like to not, actually, we're gonna take this back just ever so slightly. Reason being is I want to be able to build all the way along here. We're gonna come to here, and now we're going to straighten it out. So we'll bring this to about here. And now we'll curve this in over here. Perfect. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a straight piece right here. And we're going to come in right over here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Flatten this out. Something like that. And then this might come up as well. That way we get a couple ways in and a couple ways out. Let me just make sure that we can't add anything. Oh, we can. A warehouse. I think we're okay right now. If we add this other extra track, it doesn't really affect anything, but we can also add this warehouse like around. Oh, no, don't want that. But I want to take off snapping. Looks like it has to be on this for some reason. Anyway, that's fine. I don't think we're going to need to add that. If we do, maybe we just rearrange some stuff. Not a huge deal. I don't love that connection. Perfect, something like that. It's fine. It's not a complete circle because we have some straight periods over here, which I don't know how I feel, to be honest with you. I feel like it looks straight enough. Feels weird over here, but it's fine. It is fine. And now we're going to branch off from here and we're going to make a little grid. But actually, I think first we're gonna come up over here. So let's make it a little bit smaller. We'll grab 50, grab this height. We'll grab this height. Whoops. We'll grab this height and we'll slope down. Perfect. And now we can take this. And because this is going to act as like our collector, if you will, that's why we're going to keep the trees green. And then we're going to come in, not that it needs to be at a 90, but we're going to put it at a 90 anyway. So now you can kind of do a quick turnaround, or you can come all the way around this little suburb over here as well. And then I am going to just soften it up around here. Perfect. And then on the other side as well. Cool, cool. Cool. So yeah, now we come into our regular pedestrian streets. We're going to use these and not the one ways for the time being. So in the last episode, we made this lane right here, Summit Lane. This has no car access and every other pedestrian street does have car access. So I'm waiting to see if the small playground or either of these two houses light on fire or need police services or need an ambulance. We'll see. I'm watching. And if they do, then will that ever be resolved? And if it is resolved, if cars can go on there, then we can start to use this 1U pedestrian road. But for now, we're just going to use the regular pedestrian streets. We could try to make them as short as possible. Let's actually really quickly see what that would look like. It'd be a 1.5 with no shoulders. I don't love it. That's this road right here. Yeah, we're just going to leave. We're going to do our regular pedestrian street. We're going to start right here because this is pretty straight. And we're going to do our 11 by 11s. And we'll slope to where we need them. So we'll come down 11. Then we'll come up right here. Perfect. Looking funny sometimes, but I feel like it'll be fine. And then up here, we'll just keep going 11 by 11. And I think in some areas we're gonna flatten it out. Let's actually take these guys out for now. We'll flatten out a little bit more space up here. And this is a pretty steep one, so I don't know if we're going to keep it. Let's see what the slope is. This is a 17.9. So because you're walking, I feel like it's actually fine. But what we will do around here is I'm going to add key walls to either side. And that way you can't zone over here. Perfect. I think we'll probably add a key wall. Maybe not. Yeah, off of there. Cool. Yeah, I like that. I think that that makes a bit of sense. Perfect. And then we're just going to keep building this out. So we will go a little bit downhill. That is okay. Got a cool big junction over here. I actually kind of like that. I feel like it looks kind of cool. We are starting to dip pretty low, so I don't think we're gonna have many things on this other side, but then we'll continue over here, if that makes sense. And we'll have we'll bring in key walls afterwards as well, so that it kind of like looks a wee bit nicer. This little junction is an interesting one, that's for sure. Perfect. So something like this, and this is like a really hilly area, so I didn't just want to like force anything. We're already kind of forcing stuff. Honestly, I think we should take out that, and now we look, and most things are in a fairly flat area, and then this is like it's a pretty hilly area. But I feel like this is a pretty interesting layout, and then we could have like a park in here maybe. So while we're just chilling, hanging out, maxing, relaxing, let us bring in some buildings over here. Actually, first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our key walls over here. Oh yeah, I'm just noticing stuff. Well, we got the new update, right? Yeah, okay, I know what I'm doing. We're gonna put key walls around here. We want this to spawn on this side. All of these are gonna be all space given, all priority, sorry. Given to Daffodil Lane, which is a bit of an odd name, if you ask me. Those are awful zoning pairs, so we're not even going to touch that. And then let me just make sure that these make sense. They do. Okay, so I'll leave that one, and then over here as well. You can leave that in, perfect. And then up here, I think we'll leave it the way that it is. That doesn't really make any sense, but we'll leave this out as well. And we're gonna start by placing some commercial through here. Perfect, yeah, just some commercial through these areas. I think it's just gonna make it look nice. And I'm gonna place them in all of these like funny areas first. Perfect. Awesome. And then we can come in and we can do our actual, like our low density, and we can do some medium density stuff as well. I feel like that could look pretty interesting too. Like maybe on Florence Street, this looks like it would be kind of like a busy street. So we could do like some row homes over here. I feel like that could look kind of cool, you know, maybe like a mixed use right here. This kind of goes on both. And then we have some townhomes through here with some medium density sprinkled through. I feel like that could look kind of cool, you know? Not too crazy. We don't want like the high density that we have over here. Ooh, burned down. That's not good. How is this burned down? I think we just need to add a new one. Do we have a fire station over here? We just have a police station. We also have crazy garbage. We are gonna have to add a bunch of stuff over here as well. I'm still seeing cars parked, so let's delete it and we'll add in another one. Perfect. Okay, we're back. Let's see how this is looking. I kind of want to make this like square kind of cool. Maybe we do something like this instead, just to build a little bit of space. I don't know. These low density, I don't really know how I feel about them yet, if we're being honest with each other. We can also create other areas through here, right? Like we can put in like a little park or a parkette, something along those lines. This park looks like it's going to be too big. Multi-surface park, passenger park. Something like that, right? We can add in some parks in here, or just our own pathways to kind of like get around, and that could look cool as well. On this other side, I'm thinking maybe like some more buildings. Shocker. I know. Who knew? And maybe like a low rent. Let's see how that looks over here. And then we are going to have a degree of separation. Again, this is just for the future. If we ever want to like add in either like, you know, maybe bike lanes are added. Maybe we want a pedestrian path. I know we have all pedestrian paths, but garbage is piling up over here. That's probably going to make it run less efficient. Ooh, yeah, 50%. We do need to fix this, but I'm not able to right now. So I'm going to do something maybe not so good. And I don't love this for two reasons. One of them is it's kind of cheesing the game a bit, which is just kind of lame. The second reason is it costs $150,000 and we don't have a lot of money. We are making decent money. 11, 12,000 an hour. I do like that. And this is what I was worried about over here. So we might lower, we might zone these differently afterwards. This building is freaking huge. I absolutely hate it. I meant a low rent. My bad, bro. I think that's going to look much nicer. Let's see. This looks kind of out of place. So we're going to bring a regular low density commercial back here. And then we should probably have some office as well. And if this is going to be like our main, not our main street, but like a street with a high amount of medium density, then we should have some offices around here as well. And maybe that's what we do. So we bring some offices around over here. And I would love if they spawned where I want them to. Looks like they are. I'm going to bring this up to here. And I'm going to hope that they spawn in the right spot. They don't seem to be. So let's do this. And now they should. And then on the other side, we are going to have our row homes and some medium density as well. It's looking pretty decent, if we're being honest with you. On this side of the street, we're going to have some more row homes, and then we're actually going to mix in low density to see how that looks. Perfect. And then we're going to continue to do low density all the way back here as well. One thing that I wanted to build, and I wonder if I did. Yes. So I built a pedestrian street. It's the exact same thing, but it's no zoning on it. So I'm going to take that and we're going to de-zone. We'll do this for now. We'll come up here. Perfect. I feel like that's fine. And then we're kind of going to blanket, not like blanket. I mean, we are actually going to, but we're going to do this. I'm going to pause the game. Ooh, actually, we messed up a bit. Do something like that. This, we're actually only going to do 3. And then we're going to rezone some areas with our regular low density because all of this is our beachfront. Not that it really matters, just something that I would like to do. And then we're going to take all of this out and let it come in again. Perfect. See how that looks. See what we're feeling. And then on this street, we'll figure something else out as well. And once this is all in, we're going to rezone, or we're going to replace all of the roads with zonable roads, if that makes sense. Cool. I can actually take this and do, ooh, that did not work. Interesting. Why did that not work? Not sure why that didn't work. No zone, no zone, no zone. Perfect. And now we can kind of blanket this with office as well. And now that should work. Perfect. Fantastic. Awesome. We are making decent money too. Oh, I love it. Absolutely. That makes me feel so good. So warm and fuzzy, you know? On this other side, I think we're going to leave it for now. And now we don't have a crazy demand, which is kind of nice. We do have some commercial demand. So let's come over here and let's do this. We're going to no zone, no zone, no zone. And then we're going to put some commercial in here. And we're just going to go 4 deep. Perfect. And then we're going to rezone, rezone, and rezone. Fantastic. Actually, wrong. We are going to, I apologize. No zone, no zone, no zone, no zone, rezone, 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 rezone. And then on Heather Street, we're going to add more medium density. We don't really have a demand for it right now, so it's not our most important thing in the entire world, but just to know that is what we're going to be doing. And then we're also going to rezone right over here as well. And honestly, I might no zone this street just so that we make sure that we do have our buildings spawning correctly. We'll go up to about there. Perfect. And then we'll rezone this. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. I don't want to see how this low rent housing looks. It looks pretty decent. We don't have anyone living here yet, probably because it takes so long to get here. So while we're doing this, let's build out a little tram system throughout our city. So we have $600,000. We need to unlock trams, so let's just do that right now. It's only 2 development points. We haven't used any, really, because we're trying to make money for the longest time. And then we need this tram depot. So this costs $100,000. The bus one costs $150,000. You might think buses would be easier, and you might be right, but we're gonna use trams because I think that they're cooler. They definitely cost more, but you know what? It is what it is. Let's think about where we want to put this guy. I think we'll realistically, let's look around. We just got a bunch of waiting for ambulance. Probably going to be the story of our life. We might even need another medical clinic. Maybe we need a hospital. I mean, we have 21,000. I'm just kind of talking out loud right now. 1.8 million. Can't afford that yet. Can we upgrade this for more patients? We have to add it, huh? Yeah. How big is this? Yeah, we could add it. Then we'd be taking out this house, which it's fine. It's not a huge deal. Just something to keep in mind. We could also bring it over here. This is a level 5 building. This is a really, really nice one. I would rather not. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just place down this tram thing. I would love if it could be off of Sheffield Street, but I don't think that's going to happen. It could also come off of Elm Street because that's Anchor Lane, and that syncs up right in the middle of the train station. So let's see if it would fit in there. We'd have to take out some stuff, but I feel like that's fine. Let's freaking do it. Let's do it. It fits almost perfectly in between here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring it right here. We're going to take out a home. Sorry, guys. Now you got to look at this thing. It sucks. It does suck for them, not for me. Let's bring this in now. So let's grab our double tram track and we're going to upgrade this all the way. We're going to turn on anarchy, turn it back off, turn it back on, all the way down here. And now it switches to the other side, which is really interesting. And now we're right in the middle here. I'm going to bring it out to here, and it's not connecting in some spots. So we might need to switch this road around. First things first, let's bring it everywhere where we want it. We're going to need to change these roundabouts as well. Just part of it. Perfect. So now we've linked up, but we do have track not connected to a bunch of different spots. So we need to come into our road builder mod, edit all instances of it, and we need to fix some things around. I believe just adding a shoulder will fix it. Let me see. Does that fix it? That does not fix it. What if we move these to the inside? That seems to have fixed it. Cool, cool, cool. Turn this down. I can turn it up. No. This has trees. We can't move that. That's fine. I like the trees. It says if we don't have the shoulders, we may run into problems. So I'm going to leave the shoulders in and call it a day. It didn't demolish any of our stuff. So we're just gonna say that it works well. Our medical clinic is starting to be overrun a bit. So maybe we need to add like a smaller clinic elsewhere. I think that could be a good idea. 30,000. It might cost us a bunch of money, but I think that we need it. Let's bring one over here. Actually, it doesn't look like we're able to. We could bring one over here though. And I think that's actually what we're going to do. So we're going to put this guy right here. Perfect. And that should serve hopefully this area over here. This area or these two areas are going to be served by this guy. And we'll leave it like that. Hopefully that kind of helps a little bit. The other thing I wanted to do was we're going to take this double tram track and we're going to continue it down over here. Perfect. So it should be looping all the way around over here. Awesome. And I think that's going to be our main loop. I don't think we're going to do a loop around here just because this is so gridded out and it's easy to walk, but these two places are kind of far away. So let's come in with our tram stop and let's start adding these bad boys. I'm going to turn on this view just so I can see things. And if we come down this street, we actually should add a few more places. So let's actually bring this back all the way up here with a turnaround. Perfect. We are also going to just zone these. Hopefully that doesn't cause any water pollution. Hopefully. Hopefully. Let's think about our lines. So I think we're gonna have two. Actually, we're gonna have 3 lines. We're gonna have, and honestly, this might not be the best way to do it, but here we are. The first line is gonna come, it's gonna start at the train station, and it's gonna come all the way and serve this area down here. So it's just gonna be a little loop right over here. We're gonna come right here, come over the tracks. We'll make a stop like right here, and that way you can come down there. We'll make a stop right before this roundabout, and then right over here, and then right here as well. We'll make a couple stops right before. Fantastic. And then right over here. Cool, cool, cool. We're gonna have a stop for our industrial zone as well. So we'll go every 2 blocks. And now that we're in our industrial zone, we'll come around and we'll flip it. Ooh, and we didn't flip the other side, so we have to do that as well. But now we actually need to flip this too. Yep, that makes sense. Let's flip these. Bam, bam, bam. And then we're gonna come around here. So it's gonna start here, turn around. We'll use these, and then we'll come in right here. Do we want this? I think what we'll do then is we're gonna take this out and we're gonna add this in, and now it can just be a loop through here. Yeah, I think that makes a little bit more sense. So let's actually take that out, and then we'll go every 2 blocks. And we'll just go in the one direction for now. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's start with our industrial line first. So we're gonna start here, and we're gonna come all the way up, turn around. Amazing. So we have 1 line right here. We'll call this the industrial line. We'll put it yellow, obviously, because we're not monsters. And then let's do our next lines. We'll start here as well. And then we shall come around. That first one is going to be clockwise and then counterclockwise, the same direction, or I guess the opposite direction. Let's rename that as well. So this is going to be across the tracks. Let's call that AC clockwise. So this is going to be across tracks clockwise. We're going to color this red. Across tracks counterclockwise. We're also going to put that as red. These 2 different reds? I don't even know. We are going to have to make sure we're not using a crazy amount of trams. Let's throw this down to 3. For each of these. 2, that is more than fine. And then we'll grab 1 more and do it 1 more time. We're gonna start, it doesn't really matter. We have 2 starting from this side and 1 starting from this side. So let's actually start it from here, and we'll come up over here. And then we'll turn around right here. And we're gonna call this one, what should we call this? New area. Let's call this hilly. Oh, that's the wrong one. Industrial line. We're gonna call this hill line, because this is our new hill place. And we're gonna make this a blue color. Not that it matters. One of these could be purple, but yeah. And we're gonna put this down to 2 as well. Awesome. We're still making money. That is fantastic news. We have all of our trams in use. Let's add a tram extension. So now we have 15 trams. That should be more than enough. But now we've got something going on. In the future, we're gonna have to add a little tram station. But for now, I think that it works out well. And these trams, I'm really excited about this. Bringing public transportation into this area or into this city has been something I've wanted to do for a really long time. And we haven't had any money. So now we can do it. And I'm amped because we can add so many cool new things. Now we have a bit of our demand back. We can come back over here and we can continue our zoning. Let's see. How do we like what we got going on? I think it looks pretty cool, to be honest with you. Along this street, like I said, Heather Street, we're going to be doing mostly row homes, and we'll also throw in some low density. And then closer over here is actually going to be medium density. Perfect. And the reason why I made these all 2 is because we could have like a nice little path through here. I'd like to add paths and trees and everything. what I think we'll do is on this side, as like a way to like taper up, we're going to do one low density. We're going to do a bunch of row home, and then we're going to have one medium density on the other side. So it literally looks like it tapers down. And I feel like that's going to just make this a kind of a cool place. And these hold 240 people. That's crazy. But we should have people living here, right? 16 out of 18 households, 32. Yeah, so people are living here. They're just not walking around a lot, which, you know what? Totally fine. Totally fine. So I'm going to take out all of that. Perfect. Cool. Amazing. And then along this side, we were going to do pretty much the same thing, if I remember correctly. So let's actually do this. Perfection. We just don't have the demand right now, but that's okay. That will come. Not too worried about it. We are ripping. So I think we will be also chilling. We'll take these out. Perfect. I just want to make sure that these guys are like working properly. We have 2 stops right beside each other. We do. That seems silly. I'll leave it for now. I do want to see how our utilization is. 800. That's actually really good. The industrial line seems to be super popular, which is awesome. I think it was like once this is used for a while, yeah, now it's at 900. This is gonna jump. These are gonna be really good. Which line is the most popular? Probably the red line, the across tracks. Oh my god, did I go AC instead of AT? I'm gonna call that the at line, because it's across tracks. I can't believe I missed that. And then over here, while we're waiting for our demand to come up, let's do a little bit of decorating, shall we? So let's grab our pathways. And what I would love to do is have a path link up these 2 areas right over here. So I'm gonna have this come out just a bit. And then what I'm gonna do is this guy right here. Actually, maybe we start like here. Let's start like right here. We'll kind of curve this around a bit. Like to like right here. And then we're going to send this straight, and we're going to come down with our elevation. I would like this to be flat, obviously 0% would be ideal, or like we're at 11.5 right now. I feel like that looks pretty decent. And then we're going to cross the tracks. Perfect. And then we're going to come. Perfect. So we've got this kind of cool looking path going on. I think too, let's make this look nice, shall we? Let's turn off anarchy. And let's see if we can make this look nice. How does that look? That looks okay. That looks better. That looks pretty cool, actually. I like that. And then it kind of comes around. I don't love this like steep kind of like step right here, but you know what? It is what it is. I think it's fine. And now we have a bridge to get over here, which is the main reason that I wanted to do that. I think that just looks a wee bit better. And I am going to plant some trees around here just so it looks a little bit nicer. And I'm going to turn off anarchy mode, or turn on anarchy mode. Perfect. Looking really cool over here. And now we can take some of these areas and we can add some stuff over here. So let's grab these. I'm going to re-allow zoning on this road because I would love to add a little park, but it doesn't look like it's going to let us. So what happens if I take off zoning? Oh, we can't because this is a bigger road. You know what? That's fine. We can just add some trees around here and make it look a wee bit nicer. just to add, you know, or not to add, but to subtract this cliff looking thing. I feel like that that just looks much better. Around here, I'm trying to think about what I want to do. I feel like we should probably add homes on the bottom and then kind of like row homes on the inside. So let's actually do that. Let's take out this for now, and then let's go like that. I want one to come in. Actually, let's do the opposite of that. Let's do this. Well, this is going to be a corner, so let's actually do a corner store right here. And that kind of levels that out, if I'm being honest with you. Because now we can do homes all the way across here. Perfect. And we'll make some of these. Perfect. And then on this side, then we can have some row homes through here. Cool. We do need some high density somewhere. Take that out. Don't need you. See you later. Bye-bye. We do need some high density in some places, but for now, I think it's okay. I would just love, if this would just come in properly, but it doesn't look like it wants to. So I'm gonna do a little bit more commercial through here. And then on these sides, I think we're gonna go no zoning, no zoning, no zoning. And we're gonna kind of mass zone through here, taking out this line and then adding some other buildings. Awesome. I would love to add this back in because I don't want to lose these buildings, and I fear that we might, but we just kind of need to let the game run its course. And while it's doing that, come back in here and we will continue to landscape. Fact. Ooh, it seems like our landfill is full. So similar to what we did over there, we are going to delete this landfill. Actually, let's keep it for now. Let's look at our other options. We have an incineration plant, which is $1 million, and we're so close to it. A recycling center, which is 880,000. Ooh, I would love to do an incineration plant and get a little bit more power. That would be amazing, but we need 100 grand for that. This is 80,000 or 70,000. So I think what we're going to do, I don't think that's in the cards yet. What we are going to do is we're going to take out this landfill and we're going to, honestly, replace it. Perfect. When this fills up, inevitably, which it will probably fairly quickly, we will be putting in the incineration plant and just having a little bit more, which will be nice, right? Because we'll have a little bit more electricity, which is always good because right now we're using windmills. We're going to be getting our electricity from burning garbage and from windmills. How funny would that be? The last thing I do want to do in this area is I would love, we don't have any parks. I would love to add just like a little park somewhere. And I'm thinking about putting that right here. Nothing too crazy. And then maybe like a small playground somewhere. That would look like a good area. Let's see if there's another area. Honestly, over here would be really good. So let's actually place one right here. I guess we had anarchy on when we placed that. That is, that's my bad. Perfect. And we do need, we just kind of need to let the game kind of run a bit. But I am liking the way that this is looking. Guys, if you made it this far and you like the video, like the video. If you love the video and you're not subscribed, what are you doing, man? Subscribe down below. Let me know in the comment section what you think of our new little area over here. Do you like it as much as I do? Look at all these people walking. I like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, guys, if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Let's take a quick look at our tram system. We're getting 5,000 active users a month. That is absolutely incredible. Our trams are doing super well. 2 assigned vehicles. I think think is perfect. That's amazing. So we have 9 trams, which is good because we have an overhead of 15. 10 would have been a little low. I'm loving that. I think this is just going to keep going up as well, if we're being honest with each other. Yeah, really, really like that. Ooh, now we're seeing water problems. These are all things that we should be doing in the next episode, but we're doing them now. That is totally fine. We're making tons of money. Freaking love it. Let's raise this to 70. Perfect. Our electricity is 100%. Let's actually bring our roads to 100% as well. We could probably bring everything to 100% too. Let's just do it. Cool. Still making money. 6,000 a month. Not bad. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out.